Hey, Rad Reelers, JC here with Radreeling Fishing. Well, when I bought the 2001 Tundra, I read on the internet that one of the issues this thing has sometimes is ball joints. I think I just had a ball joint issue. Thank God I was only doing 20 miles an hour. Nobody hurt, so I don't know. I'm waiting on AAA to come and tow this thing. My daughter's coming. I just finished with a music gig, man. I was heading home and just cruising down this street. It's a street you can only do 25 miles an hour on. It's one that doesn't have a lot of traffic. So, yeah, I think I was doing about 20 because I just pulled away from a stop sign, and all of a sudden, that thing just did that. It's funny, I kind of thought the steering felt weird when I was driving over the bridge about a little while ago. And anyway, another expense with the old Tundra. Hey, if we fix enough stuff, we'll have a new Criminy, man. Jeepers creepers. Been an hour and a half. The tow truck still isn't here. My daughter came with her truck. I had my truck full of music equipment. I had all my camping stuff in the back because I've been doing truck camping. I had a box of all my kayak stuff in there. So we unloaded everything out of my truck, put it in her truck, and then AAA finally texted me with an estimated arrival, and I'm like 5 minutes from my house. So me and my daughter just went ahead and we ran to the house. We unloaded everything that we had put in her truck for my truck. And I still have my Solara. I actually think I'm going to keep it. I mean, the Solar is paid for. It's extremely dependable, and so it'll work out. It didn't really add that much money to my car insurance to have two vehicles, so I'm probably just going to keep the Solara for situations like this, so I can continue with life since I do have an older truck. But oh my gosh, an hour and a half and the tow truck still isn't here. It had been like an hour we were sitting here waiting, and we hadn't heard. I mean, AAA said, you know, the truck driver will call, and he hadn't called, so I called AAA, and I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I finally got a text. I'll be glad when this evening is over. I get it towed to the mechanic. I'm taking a wild guess here. I'm guessing it's going to be probably another $1,000. I mean, I saw some brake fluid leaking and who knows what all kind of damage it did. But anyway, thank God. I mean, really, thank God I was only doing 20 miles an hour and not flying down the interstate. I mean, that thing snapped with there was no warning. I mean, other than I was going over the bridge and I kind of felt it pulling to the right a little bit. And I thought, well, maybe I just hit into a rut or something on the bridge. But apparently it was the ball joint just telling me, hey, I'm going bad. But I have kind of noticed when I was driving, sometimes it did want to kind of pull a little bit to the left or maybe pull it to the right. And I don't know. I just didn't put one and one together that the ball joints were going bad. So now I know better. Next time, if I just notice anything where it kind of, you're driving down the road and it kind of pulls to the left, I'm thinking, well, it's just, a little rut in the roadway, or pulls to the right, a little rut in the roadway. It wasn't clanking or making any noise. Oh my gosh. I love it, man. You buy an older vehicle and you're going to have some issues with it, right? But the thing is I don't have a $400 or $500 truck payment, for a newer used truck. So we get a few of these things fixed on here, and hopefully that'll be the end of the expenses for a while. But all right, man, I don't know what else to say. I'm just sitting here waiting, just hanging out with you guys. I waited 2 hours and 20 minutes for the tow truck. He gets there and he says, oh, I don't usually tow this type of damage. And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't say anything. I'm like, you got to be kidding. I told them what was wrong with the truck when I called it in. So anyway, he was able to get it on the up on the lift, and he asked me to follow him over there where we're going. He had me start the engine and put it in neutral, so we're just cruising along here at a slow speed. Only a couple miles. So guys, I never named the Toyota Tundra. We need a name. I think I'm gonna call her Old Reliable. Jeepers creepers, man. Oh no, I still love my Toyotas. I don't care what you say. They last forever. All right, guys, here's what's going on. It is now Friday. This happened Monday night, so the assessment, upper and lower ball joints have to be replaced. The rack and pinion, something's wrong with that. He's replacing some parts, not the entire thing. Brake pads were shot on this side, and also a brake line got broke or something whenever this whole mess fell apart. So that's what we got going on. So right now it is Friday. This happened on Monday. I dropped it off Monday night at 10 o'clock. So it's worth the wait. This mechanic, he does reasonably priced work and he does a good job. So yeah, I'm just being patient. But in the meantime, you guys, I got my son-in-law's new used Chevrolet. This thing is awesome, man. This thing sets so freaking high. And I'm loving driving this thing. This is the first time I took it out today just to drive over here and see what's going on with the old Toyota over there. Anyway, I'll keep you guys updated as things unfold. This thing's still got the new car smell. 35,000 miles almost on it. Woo. Smooth, a lot smoother than my 20-year-old Toyota, that's for sure. This thing's got a 6-cylinder in it. Runs really nice, but I don't want the car payment. I don't have the kind of money it takes to just go and buy one of these for cash. So anyhow, I'm gonna enjoy it while I have it till the Toyota's done. I'm taking the long-awaited walk to get my truck. It's been 13 days. They finally got it done at the end of the day today. He's been really busy. But where I left off with him is I told him to go ahead and do the ball joints on both sides. He said he was going to replace a rack and pinion, rubber gasket, a brake line, and he also said my brake pads were bad. So he was going to do all that. And then I asked him to go ahead and change the seals on the fuel injectors on the passenger side. They got little rubber O-rings on them. They had already been done on the driver's side. They were done whenever the starter was changed recently because there was some leaking. And that's how I know those seals need to be replaced, because we had to replace them on the driver's side. So I have no idea what the bill's going to be. Hopefully it's not going to be too painful. And yeah, I got about another 10 minutes and I'll be there.
One brake hose on the passenger side, 2 lower ball joints, 2 upper ball joints, rack and pinion bushings, set of brake pads. Yep.
All right. Well, damage is $1535.77 total. Woo! So he replaced a brake hose, lower and upper ball joints on both sides, rack and pinion bushings, and brake pads, and then he did the fuel injector. So parts were $495, labor was $850, $85 for an alignment. So we had a total of $1535.77. All right, guys, I've been driving this thing around for a while. This steering is super tight, man. It drives like a new truck. He does great work, excellent mechanic. I definitely trust him with what he does. So here's where we're at with the old Toyota, right? I bought it for $4,000. Last update, I had changed the timing chain or timing belt just as maintenance because I didn't know how long it had been since that changed. I didn't want to ruin the engine. And then we had to replace a water line that was underneath the intake manifold. That was expensive. They had to take a lot of stuff off to get to that water line. That cost $600. I had a starter go bad. Anyway, all total on the last update was $6,000. I just put another $15 into it. So we're up to $7,500 on the old truck. It's got 258,000 miles on it. It's running strong. The AC, the transmission works good. The engine's strong. I got $7,500 in the truck. I'm not feeling too bad about that, you guys. It's still coming in at the book value. I think the book value on this particular truck is about $8,500. So we're still in good shape right now. One thing that I did want to say is that I was watching videos the other day of somebody posted a video that Ford is really going to be in trouble because they have been price gouging people for like 3 years, $90,000 for new trucks from Ford. And their base model truck right now, guys, a base model stripped down with hardly anything on it, 2-wheel drive from Ford, is over $50,000. So I'm not feeling too bad about driving around a truck that I've got $7,500 invested in. She's running strong. Like I said, the AC's blowing cold, and hopefully that's going to be it for the big expenses. So, yeah, this is why I haven't been uploading videos for like 2 weeks. Yeah, because I've been without a truck, right? So we're going to get back out there in the fishing game, you guys. I did want to say that my Toyota Solara, I've had that for like 7 or 8 years. I bought that car for $2,500, and through the years I put $2,500 into it. So I drove that car for 7 or 8 years for $5,000, you guys. Completely reliable and a solid vehicle. She's really getting old now. I still have the Solara. I actually was driving around while they were fixing the truck a little bit. I don't drive it much because it really needs some new tires on it. They're really, really bad, but for a backup vehicle right now, it works. So I'm not feeling bad about my investment in the Toyota Tundra. We'll see, guys, how things unfold as we move forward. But anyway, that's the update on why I haven't been fishing. And thank God that ball joint did not break when I was flying down the interstate at 70 miles an hour. Something inside of my knower, I thank God, because I kept thinking about going to the East Coast and going fishing. And every time I would think about going to the East Coast and going fishing, I had a very uncomfortable feeling about it, and I talked myself out of it. And you know what? The ball joints went bad when I was just doing like 20 miles an hour down a local street instead of 70 or 75 miles an hour heading across state to do some fishing. So literally, you know, it's good to pay attention to your knower on the inside. I really believe that God communicates with us through uncomfortable feelings and stuff. And yeah, I'm grateful to be alive, you guys. Life is fun. Live it. Everybody get out there and go fishing. Thumbs up are appreciated. And thanks for watching this video. See ya.